नमस्ते मेरा साथीहरू जो अहिले फेसबुक, युट्युब, इन्स्टाग्राम हेरेर बसिराख्नु भएको छ सबैलाई आज नमस्कार भन्न चाहन्छु र सधैँ चाहिँ तपाईलाई फेरि आज पनि यो जो हेर्नुहुँदैछ हेर्ने साथीहरूलाई आज पनि फेरि तपाईले लाइक गर्नुहोला, शेयर गर्नुहोला भन्न म फेरि अनुरोध गर्दछु। त्यसका साथसाथै कतिजना साथीहरूले बारबार भन्ने गर्नुहुन्छ मैले तपाईको भिडियो पाइनँ, थाहा भएन भन्ने कुरा गर्नुहुन्छ। त्यस्तो छ भने तपाईले कृपया फलो गर्न नभुल्नुहोला। यो फलो गर्न अथवा तपाईँ युट्युबमा हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने युट्युबमा गएर शेयर गर्न नभुल्नुहोला। त्यसो भएपछि तपाईले फेरि पनि यो भिडियो आएपछि तपाईकोमा तुरुन्त सबैभन्दा पहिले आउने गर्छ। र आजको कार्यक्रम विशेष छ। विशेष यस तरिकाले छ, हामी धेरैजना नानीहरूलाई साइन्समा विज्ञानमा अगाडि बढाउन लागि हामी कोसिस गरिरहेका हुन्छौँ। कतिजना नानीहरूले विज्ञान अघि बढ्नु भएको हुन्छ भने कतिजना नानीहरू त्यहाँ कोसिस गरिराख्नु भएको हुन्छ। आज मैले रेनोल्ड्सबर्ग रोबोटिक टिम अथवा विज्ञान स्टेम जो एजुकेसन जो छ रेनोल्ड्सबर्गमा हुँदै गरेको यसमा अध्ययन गर्दै गरेका विद्यार्थीहरू र शिक्षकहरूलाई लाइभमा ल्याएको छु र उहाँहरूले के गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ, कसो गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ भन्ने कुराकानी आज हामी गर्नेछौँ। र यी तपाईलाई यो कुरा गर्दै गर्दा त्यहाँ केही प्रश्नहरू आए, केही कौतूहलता आए भने कृपया तपाईँ क्वेसन राखिदिनु होला। आजको वार्ता भनेको अङ्ग्रेजी र नेपाली दुईटै भाषामा मिसाएर गर्नेछौँ। र यति भन्दै तपाईँ सबैजनालाई म अनुरोध गर्छु कृपया तपाईँ नभुलिकन यसलाई सेयर गरिदिनुहुन्छ भन्ने मैले आशा गरेको छु। र त्यति भन्दै म अब तपाईहरूलाई यहाँनिर यतापट्टि मेरा पाहुनाहरूलाई निम्त्याउन चाहन्छु। Namaste to everyone.
Namaste.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming and talking to us tonight. I will be speaking in both the languages, English and Nepali, because I think most likely all of you will be speaking English, but many of my audience will be understanding Nepali, but there are many people who will be understanding both English and Nepali as well. So just briefly, I mentioned about Reynoldsburg Robotic Team and the STEM education in Reynoldsburg. So all those questions we'll be discussing about today. So any one of you can answer, and you don't have to make your answer short or long, because don't worry about interpretation. I'll be interpreting it not word by word, but I'll be summarizing the interpretation part of it. So the first thing is, can introduce yourself, like starting from Aditi. Aditi, who you are, what you do. Can you just share who you and just introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah, namaste everybody. My name is Aditi Pakra. This is my second year on the team, and I am outreach lead. So that means I handle all communications when it comes to events and long-term community outreach. So that is outreach relating to our 4 outreach initiatives that we will talk about later on in this live.
Thank you. Aaron, do you want to go?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Aaron Bryan. I am the coach for the Reynoldsburg High School robotics team. So I oversee it all, make sure it goes hopefully smoothly.
Thank you. Carly, do you want to go?
My name is Carly Morris. I am the team ambassador. I share a lot of my responsibilities with Aditi, and I do outreach, but for short term, so they don't relate to our ongoing initiatives. And then I run all of the team media and the posts that you would see from our team.
Thank you. And thank you, Aaron, for providing all this support and help to our Reynoldsburg Robotic team. I hear a lot about the work that you are doing pretty much every single day. So now the next question that I'll be asking is, so overall, can you any one of you can tell what is this? What is robotics? Let's start from there, and we'll go down following the question from the audience, and I have some other questions prepared as well. Anyone can start. Maybe Aaron, you can just briefly
sure.
What is this program about it?
Yeah, so there are many different robotics programs all across the world. There's many in the United States. We are part of a program called FIRST Robotics, which we'll get into a little bit more specifics in a bit. But this program has levels from elementary all the way to high school. We are part of the high school, the most competitive league. And it is a global organization where teams build a robot in about 3 months and then compete. And then all throughout the year, they get to participate in STEM and outreach activities and personal development through STEM education as well. And so, yeah, that's what we get to do. And we're lucky that Reynoldsburg has a team There's tons across Ohio, tons across the US, and then all across the world as well.
All right, thank you. That's great that मैले उहाँलाई सोधेको थिएँ यो के हो त भन्दा उहाँले भन्नुहुन्छ यो रेनोल्ड्सबर्गमा जुन चाहिँ यो रोबोटिक्स हुन्छ यो चाहिँ ग्लोबल भनेको संसारभरि हुने संस्था हो यसमा चाहिँ रोबोटिक्सको कार्यक्रम हुन्छ नानीहरू पार्टिसिपेट गर्छन् यसमा पार्टिसिपेट भाग लिने गर्छन् र रेनोल्ड्सबर्ग पनि एउटा यो छ भन्नुभयो धन्यवाद थ्याङ्क यू सो मच सो कार्ली so since now you're in high school team can you share why you are interested and like when was your first experience with robotics in Reynoldsburg or maybe somewhere else?
My first experience with robotics was in Reynoldsburg my freshman year. I've been on the team for 2 years. And I originally took interest in 8th grade when the recruitment came out to my middle school and had us all in the gym and told us about what it was, but I was a little nervous to join, but I had friends on the team that provided me the opportunity to be on the team that I love so much now.
Thank you. So Aditi, same question to you. Can you share why you want to be involved and what is this in your view?
Yeah, so this is only my second year on the team, so I joined last year, my sophomore year. And I just had a lot of friends on the team, and I don't want to go into a science or technology related field. I want to go into more marketing and that type of field, and being a part of the marketing and outreach team, outreach side of the team has really allowed me to like still be involved with the STEM, but be involved in my own way, I guess. And so that's kind of why I joined.
All right, thank you. मैले उहाँलाई सोधेको थिएँ कसरी चाल पाउनु भयो यो के हो भन्दाखेरि उहाँले भन्नुहुन्छ म कसैले टिमले गरेर म त्यहाँदेखि संलग्न भएकी थिएँ भन्नुभयो नि अदितिले चाहिँ म 2 वर्ष मात्रै भयो यसमा संलग्न भएको छु भन्नुभयो All right, thank you. So Aaron, you brought this topic about FIRST in Reynoldsburg team that something called FIRST. So what does that stand for? FIRST.
So FIRST stands for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. It was founded in 1998, I think. So there have been teams competing for over 2 decades. Fun fact, by the guy who invented the Segway. So he's invented a lot of things, and he brought science to a whole new level. And he wanted to merge the sports aspect with science. So a lot of robotics programs don't get the chance to compete. And so we have an opportunity here to attend 2 regionals every season with the chance to go to the World Championships and compete with other robots of similar skill. So it's a really interesting opportunity that's different than a lot of other robotics programs, and the fact that we get to compete and make alliances with other teams.
Thank you. यो फर्स्ट भन्ने चाहिँ एउटा यस्तो खालको एक्रोनेम हो जसको द्वारा चाहिँ अथवा एउटा संस्था पनि मानियो यसमा धेरैवटा अरु टिम समूह आउँछन् र अरुसँग एक आपसमा प्रतिस्पर्धा गर्दै देशभरि र संसार व्यापक यसको प्रतिस्पर्धा पनि हुन्छ भन्ने कुरा गर्नु हुँदैछ तर त्यसको कुरा चाहिँ रेनोल्ड्सबर्गमा केन्द्रित छ रेनोल्ड्सबर्गमा पनि यसको उपाय छ So currently now the next question I'm going to ask you. So there are many things people can get out of this FIRST, like when you get involved, right? So is there anything that for the team, what value do you feel that your team embody from this FIRST?
I feel like a lot of our team works to inspire STEM education. We have a lot of FLL teams, which are it stands for First Lego League, and it's an extension of the FIRST program that reaches out to middle schoolers and younger kids to build their STEM education. And we have hosted 5 FLL teams, and I think that works to inspire the youth of our district and the next generation of what 4085 will be.
All right, thank you. I'll come back to the 4085 thing. Okay, I'll come back to that question again. But now, Aditi, I want to go to, since you told you are a marketing person or outreach person, right? So how does spreading STEM relate to your outreach initiative? Can you elaborate and explain that to our audience?
Okay, so right now we have technically 4 different outreach initiatives. 3 of them relate back to the spreading of STEM education. we have our FLL teams, which is kind of our youth in STEM initiative. So that one is relating. So right now we are working with the elementary schools in our district to start first Lego League teams to kind of start that STEM education early on and get kids really involved from a young age. We have our Girls in STEM initiative, which we go to different Girl Scout troops and we help them get their STEM exploration badges. And that kind of helps spread first to women and girls. And then we have our RISE initiative, which stands for Refugee Immigrant STEM Experiences, where we reach out to different organizations like ETSS and CRIS, and we work with them to kind of further STEM education and STEM opportunities for kids that might not have them because they are first generation or because of the places they go to school. We just work on furthering their STEM education and kind of getting them involved and interested in STEM.
So you talk about STEM. Can you tell me what is STEM? Is there many people in the audience who may not know STEM? Can you explain what is that acronyms?
Yeah. So STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. I don't know what just happened there. But I think we as a team embody all four aspects of STEM, and we're starting to kind of introduce more STEAM as well into our programs, which is science, technology, education, arts, and math.
So basically, like when the kids are involved in this program, they are focusing towards STEM and maybe they can build a career in those. Is that an expectation?
Yes. Actually, 100% of the kids who graduate from our team last year, so 100% of our seniors went into STEM-related fields in college, which is a statistic that we're very proud of.
So that means I can expect everyone here, at least Carly and Aditi, will be going to STEM-related education in their college now. Is that correct? If I were to go the statistics.
If we were to go purely off statistics, I guess, but
all right. That's a. I don't know. I'll just believe in statistics then. So, Aaron, now I'll ask you this question. Maybe you can answer this one. This team, how long this team has been intact? When did this started?
Yeah, so we're founded in 2012. And I can touch on the 4085 aspect now if you'd like. It's a good segue. So we are Team 4085, so 4085. We were the 4085th team to register with FIRST, the organization. So every team has a number and they wear it proudly as their registration number. And I think we are into the almost 11,000 teams now. So in the 14 years that we've been a team, they have almost doubled. So it's been pretty cool to see.
So I mean, I didn't know that. I was thinking 4085 was a random number just picked up. So can you tell that in detail? That I think kind of surprising facts for me as well. I did not know, though I heard this robotics almost 2 years now. So can you tell that? So first in 2002, we say?
1998, but yeah, 2000s.
So 2002, when we registered ourselves, we were 4,085th team.
Yeah. Yep. In 2012, we were the 4,085th team to register.
2012. Okay. 2012. Yeah. So now close to 11,000 teams compete each other.
Yep. And that's just the high school league. There's thousands of other teams that are in the elementary and the middle school as well.
Wow. That's interesting. धन्यवाद. थ्याङ्क यू सो मच. म चाहिँ हेर्ने साथीहरू तपाईँहरूलाई म भन्दैछु रेनल्ड्सबर्गमा जुन चाहिँ यो फर्स्ट भनेर जुन चाहिँ रोबोटिक्सको समूह छ, यो समूहका साथीहरूसँग म कुराकानी गर्दैछु. तपाईँका नानीहरू पनि रेनल्ड्सबर्गमा पढ्नुहुन्छ, हाई स्कुलमा, मिडल स्कुलमा पढ्नुहुन्छ भने तपाईँको नानीहरूले पनि यसमा संलग्न हुन सक्नुहुन्छ. उहाँहरूलाई सोध्नु होला. तपाईँको क्वेसन छ भने कृपया तपाईँ क्वेसन राखिदिनु होला र सेयर गरेर सहयोग गर्नु होला. र 4085 भनेको चाहिँ एउटा सङ्ख्या रहेछ. 4085 2012मा 4085वटा टिम यसमा रहेछन् भने अहिले चाहिँ टिम बढेर 11,000 देशव्यापी 11,000वटा टिम भएका रहेछन् भन्ने कुरा बुझियो. So Carly, now I'll come to you. What is the mission of this 4085?
Our goal as a team is to spread STEM education to our high schools and our middle schools through our through our first team, so our robotics team and our FLL teams.
So if anybody is interested, can they come and join this? How does that works? Like in the students in the school, they can join that to enhance your mission?
We have the reason why we start our FLL teams is so that way we have fresh minds who are ready to enter into our robotics team, which is very competitive when they reach high school. But we also hold like recruitment waves where we put out flyers and different like posts and stuff to say here's where you apply if you're interested, and then we go over our applications and we filter out who we think would be a good fit for the team, and then now we have new members.
So there are people, if they are interested at a certain time of the year, they could come at any time. They can come and join your team.
You
Go
can
ahead.
talk about it.
It would be like towards the end of the season, coming into the new season, we would have like a time where kids in our school district fill out a form that they would like submit to us, and then we would review to see who would be a good fit for the team. But also, like within that, the reason why we have FLL teams is to foster these young minds into people who already have a love and affinity and a skill for STEM, and so that way when they come into the high school team, they are well prepared for that.
Thank you. That's great. So now, Aditi, I'm coming to you. I hear quite a lot from you every single day about this robotics. Can you tell me what is your favorite part of the team?
So I think my favorite part is the outreach events that we do. I really love being able to interact with the community and kind of spread STEM. And within the outreach events, my favorite outreach events are the RISE events. Just because like I think it's so important being able to go out to the community and share our knowledge and share the things that like we have as a team. Like I love taking the robot out and like getting to see kids experience that for the first time is like the best feeling ever. Like seeing the excitement in their eyes when they're like, oh my God, this is a robot that's built by kids and it can do all this cool stuff and I get to play with it. Like just seeing that and just seeing how much like it kind of means to the kids when we go out and we like do these STEM events.
That's great. And can you also share about what you have done in the community so far? Like, can you share one or two experiences that you have done recently?
Oh yeah. So this summer, so our season is kind of split into 2 seasons. So we have like event season, which is from kind of May to the end of the year, and then we have build season, which is right now, which is when we build the robot to take to competition. But during the event season, we focused a lot on RISE, which is our refugee immigrant STEM experiences. So a couple of the events that we did, we went to a Refugee Day like block party. We've done a couple events at ETSS. We've done a couple of Girl Scout events. And then we have a couple of Girl Scouts events coming up, and we have a couple of other RISE events coming up. So just kind of those like STEM seminars and those STEM exploration sessions.
Thank you. So let me ask you another question to Carly, to you. You talk about FLL. So what does that stand? And also, can you also tell a little bit more about how many FLL teams do you have started here in Reynoldsburg?
So FLL stands for First Lego League. FLL is a younger version of the FRC team, which is First Robotics Competition, which is the like high school version of First. FLL is like for younger kids who may not have like fostered the skills to build a full size robot yet. And it's partnering with Lego to have these kids make smaller robots and work to build an interest for STEM. We have 5 FLL teams through the district. We have a goal to start 8 more, and we have a goal to have them at all 8 of the schools that in our district that we could have an FLL team coming up.
Thank you. So Lego First Lego League, we say, right? Okay, Great.
Yep.
So उहाँले भन्नुहुँदै थियो, मैले सोधिरहेको थिएँ एफएलएल भनेको के हो भन्दा फर्स्ट लेगो लिग भन्नुहुँदै थियो, तर यसमा चाहिँ रेनल्ड्सबर्गको हाई स्कुलको लागि यो टिम छ भने यस्ता अरू धेरैवटा पनि बनाउने कुराकानी उहाँहरूको कुरा भइरहेको छ भन्ने हुँदै रहेछ. So now coming to recruiting things, if I ask a question about how are you recruiting for FLL and FRC? Again, the question, a lot of acronyms. What is FRC again? Maybe go ahead.
FRC is First Robotics Competition, and that basically means that it's like the high school level. So First Robotics Competition, or FRC, we would take the robot to competition and play the game and all things like that. FLL is the younger version of it where we use Legos. Through FLL, we recruit, we open it for all of the kids in the middle and elementary schools that are offering FLL teams. And through that, we build their minds up for STEM and give them a passion for STEM that they can later use in our high school team, FRC.
And just to add on to that, by having the FLL teams at the elementary schools in our district, we create a direct pipeline to the robotics team. So our hope is that for the kids who do, so we just started a lot of the FLL teams kind of this year and in recent years. So we hope that the kids who are in the FLL teams right now, when they grow up, when they go through, like, I guess, school in the district and stuff, once they get to high school, they join our team, like, thereby creating like a direct pipeline between FLL and our team, FRC.
Thank you. So Aaron, now this may be your question now. If there are interested family, they want to be involved, is there a way they have to do certain things, or how does that work?
Yeah, totally. So for Reynoldsburg specifically, right now it depends on which elementary and junior high you go to if you want to get involved with a team that we've already started. But as Carly was saying, we're hoping to get at least one team at every elementary school so that any child has the chance to participate. For high school, as Carly was kind of talking about earlier, it's a kind of a strict recruitment process when we're looking for the talent that would build, that would be able to build the robot that we need. But there are, and if you're not in Reynoldsburg, there are teams, like I said, all over the world, all over the country. So there's probably one local to a lot of different people interested. And then there's always the potential for you to start your own team as well. It can get a little costly, but starting an FLL team is a pretty easy process if you're just interested and you have a group of kids that wants to do it and aren't necessarily connected to a school or community.
Thank you. So Aditi, you were talking about RISE before when we explain. Can you explain what is RISE and also explain the acronyms? What does that stands for?
Okay, so RISE stands for Refugee Immigrant STEM Experiences. A big part of First Robotics Competition is the impact that we have on the community when it comes to our STEM-related outreach. Actually, the biggest award that you can get within First is not winning winning a robotics competition. It's actually winning impact, which shows like the impact that you have in the community. So RISE is one of the outreach initiatives that we currently have in place. And through this outreach initiative, we reach out to a lot of refugee and immigrant services to hold STEM events there. So one of the organizations that we work with a lot is ETSS. So we will usually go in, we'll have a plan in place. We just did an event there this past Monday. So we went in, we had a STEM activity, we made bridges. And so we kind of start teaching those kids the skill sets that they need to eventually go into a field of STEM. So like those brainstorming, engineering, prototyping, those types of skills that are necessary to go into a STEM field. And I would say necessary to go into any field. So it's kind of putting those blocks in place so that these kids do have a future in STEM and so that they have the skills in their toolbox that they need to succeed.
Thank you. That's a quite long answer. Carly, maybe I'll ask this other question to you. Why do you feel the RISE is important?
I feel that RISE is important because we are providing an experience to children that may be underprivileged or first generation immigrants whose parents are not who maybe are not able to provide them with the same opportunities that a richer area or
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the word, but we provide a place without discrimination, because a lot of the time in STEM fields they're very dominated by like white men, which is another reason that we have the Girls in STEM initiative as well. So we're providing an opportunity to see a field that may not have been open to them
Thank
before.
you. That's very important, because in this age and time, and this, because particularly this political climate, having those kind of events in the RISE refugee immigrants community is very, very important. I myself, as a former refugee, Aditi was born in a refugee camp, and coming from that background, having a very limited resources, I mean, we cannot even imagine that this kind of situation, and having ended up here and getting connected to these resources is very, very important. I think that whatever you are doing, to be very honest, this is one of the best thing that, at least in my opinion, not only opinion, I can also tell that this is a fact also, because this will make an impact in the life of every children that you are meeting there. So thank you for what you are doing. You may think very small, but the impact that you are making today, impact that you are making because of having 1 or 2, 3 or 10 whatever events in that community, definitely will make a positive impact in the days to come. Thank you again. So now, the other question is, can you, any one of you can you share your experience when you go and do the event, whether it is in a refugee immigrants community or any other communities, 1 or 2 of your experience, what you feel after the events?
So one of the experiences I want to talk about is this past summer we did an event at CRIS, which is a refugee immigrant service like organization here in Central Ohio. We did an event at their World Refugee Day block party this past summer, and we interacted with a lot of kids there. A lot of the kids just hung around the robot, and the robot that we take to outreach events, his name is Fluke, and he like throws balls, so the kids really enjoy it. They enjoy playing catch with the robot. But we did that event, and I kind of let it sit at the back of my mind for a while. And then I recently talked to Jeremy Holland, who is our contact at CRIS, about holding another event there. And while I was in a meeting with him, he actually told me that one of the kids from the like World Refugee Day event, he took a button. We give out buttons at our events. It's a robotics thing, I guess. But he took a button, and like it still is on that kid's backpack to this day. So that like was just really impactful to me, and it's like it just means so much.
Great, thank you. Carly, do you want to share your experience as we are getting close to our program?
I like thinking about the last ETSS event that we did. We had the kids make bridges, and it was very inspiring to see kids be so inspired and competitive about something that maybe they didn't realize that they had a passion for. Like, these kids were like counting how many water bottles this bridge could hold and being like, wait, it could hold one more. And it was just like, it made me really happy to be able to see kids who might not have had this experience before being so like inspired by what we did for them.
Thank you. And Aaron, again, I just want to thank you for what you're doing, all the guidance that you are providing. Can you share your experience, maybe exciting experience that you have, maybe working with the RISE or any other group of kids?
Yeah, I am constantly impressed by every single member on this team. Since being a coach, I'm actually alumni of the team as well. So in high school, I was on the team, and so I probably attended 100 outreach events. and getting to see the members come out of their shell and light up some kid's night or day or whatever is it every single time I leave feeling refreshed and just very appreciative to have the ability to do this. And Rise is probably my favorite outreach initiative. It's very important to my heart, and yeah, especially right now, getting the chance to make students feel safe and get experiences that they might not have had before is super important to me. So I'm very appreciative, and thank you, Aditi and Carly, for making this happen this year and for years to come, I'm sure.
All right, thank you. So as we are closing towards, what are other outreach initiatives that you are doing? Aditi, do you want to add on that one?
Yeah, so I think I already touched on a few of them. So we have Girls in STEM, where we work with the Girl Scout troops in our area to help them get their STEM exploration badges. We have FLL, obviously, which is where we work with the elementary schools in our district to kind of spread STEM education at a younger level. And we have RISE, which is Refugee Immigrant STEM Experiences, where we work with different refugee immigrant like services in our area to kind of get STEM education to these kids. And then in addition to that, we have a couple of like shorter term outreach initiatives. So we tend to go to a lot of community events that take place in Reynoldsburg. Like we went to Pride this year, and we're hoping to go to a lot more in this upcoming event season. But kind of just being there in the community and being like a presence that is like a place where kids can come and they can like have a fun time with STEM is really like the big thing with our team. And then we have a couple of initiatives that we are thinking about starting in this upcoming season that you will hear more about at a later date.
All right, thank you. Make sure you come to our Diwali event in October.
We will be there.
All right, thanks. As we're closing, any one of you want to say anything else? At now it's almost time for us to close for the day. And anybody wants to anything else? So Narendra is telling many congratulations to Adi and other young leaders. Great is the name of the game. So thank you, Dai. So if you don't have anything else to say, then that means thank you for coming. And if there's anything else, please let me know. For the audience, if you have any questions, please feel free to add your question in your comments. So we'll try to answer. And make sure you remember to share this in your social network. That's it. Thank you and namaste.